It's difficult to overstate just how much we hate what they've done to Splash Mountain. Some call it Trash Mountain now because Tiana's Bayou adventure is busted, and busted badly. A lemon delivered from the new crop of Imagineers who apparently can't make anything great anymore. Today we'll show you just how poorly things are operating. A prior Disney would have never allowed this to even be seen by guests, but now you'll see the mess created by modern Imagineering. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, damas y caballeros. Yes, we use that kind of gendered language around here, folks. Welcome aboard. Please keep all arms, legs, feet, and anything else inside the vehicle at all times, as this video of excellence is about to begin. Folks, let's get started. Click the like button, and off we go. They're calling it Trash Mountain. Tiana's Bayou adventure is not doing well over at Walt Disney World. Disneyland may be a different way, but get ready, folks, because we've got what's happening from that Disney boy. I think it's really boy. Ethan says, sigh. Here's an update on the current state of Tiana's Bayou adventure. There's too much for a single post, so get ready for a thread of videos. Truly astonishing. This ride is operating in its current state. Folks, let's go through it. Let's show you what they've done to your beloved Splash Mountain, now turned into a lemon. They're not looking for gumbo, they're looking for citrus. Here we go. Here's video number one. Well, now, wait a minute. Lauren, what's wrong with that? I don't see what's wrong with him this time. You see anything wrong with him?
Not obviously, but I know that there have been issues with the neck before where it looked like the seam was separating. I don't know.
He's doing okay. Okay, okay. Next one.
I would love for y'all to play at my party tonight.
Okay, I got that one, Lauren. Her mouth's not moving. You see that?
Yep.
She's dead-eyed. She's like a zombie. Okay, that's creepy. Yeah. TPM Vids, we're making this one for you. Okay, let's see what this one is. No fireflies, Lauren. No fireflies.
Got you. Okay.
Yep, no fireflies.
Yep, there's the neck.
Yeah. Got his green collar on. He looks a little bit like Kermit. He's locked in place. Looks like he's had a car wreck. Can't look around. Let's play it again, folks. Here it goes. And frankly, I don't know that the guy is speaking English. I think he's having a medical issue there. All right, maybe it's a horror house now. Maybe this is the Haunted Mansion. Just come to visit Tiana's, okay? Yep. Now remember, folks, this is all from a single ride, says Ethan. That Disney bois. All right, here we go. No mist, apparently. Here we go.
I hope they all come to the party to play, but let's explore a bit more.
She's just very friendly, Lauren. She just wants to shake your hand, right? She's enthusiastic. I think so. Okay, this one's easy, Lauren. This one's easy. The projector's not working. I got this one. Okay. No projector. Single ride-through, folks. Single ride-through. Oh, the next screen's also not working. Well, at least at this point, you got to say the speakers are working. Really? I mean, what else could you expect, right? Single ride-through. Lauren, do you know what's missing in this one?
I don't.
Mist. There's supposed to be a mist. It's the Bayou magic fog that's supposed to be filling the tunnel. No mist. No mist. Something is badly wrong with this ride. There's more, folks. It's not done. Here we go. Lauren, do you see what's wrong with this one?
I can't for sure. I think this is where before the head had popped off, but that isn't this one, is it?
No, this is where the head had popped off before. Now, you'll notice that Hoppers has got in here. Ignore that for a minute, okay? But I want you to watch Tiana's mouth, okay? Watch her mouth. No mouth moving. Yep.
Yep.
He's not moving his mouth either the way he's supposed to. Okay, yeah, a lot of stuff going on here. You know, really what we need to know is, how is Oprah Winfrey doing? The animatronic stock of Oprah. Like, was it waving? We don't know that. We don't know that, folks.
She froze.
Tiana sure knows how to make a party special.
All right, well, that's creepy. I mean, it would be creepy if it worked, but it's creepy still that it doesn't work. She's dropped her staff, her mouth is not working, and she was frozen in place. She's still operating better, I would say, than the Disco Yeti at Expedition Everest. So, Lauren, what's amazing about this is a brand new ride, except it's not. It's an old ride that worked. And they came in and they reskinned it, and nothing they've done works. The whole thing's broken, and not modern Disney, but classic Disney would have never allowed anybody to ride this ride and see this kind of stuff. But they must, because it would never operate except for the fact that they got to run it broken all the time. That's the only way they can keep the thing going. So, Lauren, it's very embarrassing. What are your thoughts on seeing such a classic attraction? I mean, everybody, even if you don't go to Disney, you know Splash Mountain, and this is what they've done to it, Lauren.
I tend to agree, I think, with Culture, who is diagnosing the problem as them probably using sensitive electronics in a wet environment. I think in the old days when they were building these kind of things, you were dealing with much more mechanical components and probably pneumatics and things like that. Trying to move to something in a sensitive environment where there's going to be a lot of moisture it's not going to work. And I'm guessing this was probably a blind spot as they were building the thing. I'm sure they looked at it as modernizing the attraction and making it easier to work on. But the impact of that is that everything's broken all the time and you can't easily fix it because you need to keep it running. So that's just design oversight. Sometimes the older things work better for a reason. It's because it was designed for its environment.
You know, Lauren, there's a channel out there called TPM Vids, and they've made their bread on covering broken stuff at Disney. And I got to say, you know, if they did this on Tiana's Bayou Adventure, they could do a new video every single day covering what the current crop of Imagineers have brought our way. But I don't think that would be interesting, because eventually people just say, you know what, that's a train wreck. And I'll tell you another thing about this, Lauren. There was a time, AKA every year that Splash Mountain was around, it was the most popular attraction at Disney. No doubt about it. It had super long lines. Tiana's is kind of a meh. I mean, people go on it because what else are you going to do? And in the summer, they're like, hey, maybe I can get splashed and it'll feel better. But nobody's excited for this anymore. And I think it's actually damaged the Princess and the Frog IP. Like, I think people are not as excited about it anymore because this is just so wrong. It's so pathetic what they've done.
Yeah, I actually liked the Princess and the Frog movie, but I think that it was kind of lesser known. I'm not sure that it was as popular as some of the others that have been in the what you would call the long-form Disney Renaissance. And so reskinning the ride, getting rid of the old Splash Mountain, even if it was a popular idea, I think that it maybe wouldn't have been such a great idea to do because of that. It wasn't considered one of their greater movies. And so you take all of those things together, and what you've got is just a degraded attraction. It's unfortunate, but that's what it is.
Yep. I think Disney right now, there's no greater attraction to show just how poorly things have gone for their Imagineering and their creatives and their experts than what's happening in what once upon a time was the dirt mound of South Georgia, now a mountain that doesn't exist in Louisiana. Trash Mountain, they call it, folks. Trash Mountain, the ever-loving source of nonstop content for TPM Vids. Well, folks, we've come to the end of another video of pure excellence and fun, explaining entertainment, keeping you ahead of the culture curve. That's what we hope you believe we've just done. And why should you believe it? Well, because we've done our very best to make it so, to be true, to be factual, and to do what the mainstream so-called access journalists simply won't. Folks, you can help share this out across the fruited plains of YouTube by clicking the like button, share, subscribe, click it, stick it to the algorithms. It is the notification bell. Drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. And folks, as we get ready to say sayonara for now, we ask that you keep learning, keep growing, and wherever you are and whatever you're doing, keep having fun.